Hello and welcome to Quick Charge. I'm Mikey G, and it's Wednesday, January 3rd. Tesla continued its trend of making the most American-made vehicles with the Cybertruck, now very likely included on the list. During the last century, automakers have started to rely heavily on suppliers and focus their own production capacity on engines, bodies, and final assembly. Even though American automakers build cars in the US, they often wind up having many of their parts built outside the country. Tesla also relies on suppliers with thousands of parts inside a vehicle. It's inevitable, but the automaker has been known to integrate more parts from their own manufacturing efforts. Cars.com has put together lists of the most American-made cars in the past, and we don't have the Cybertruck quite classified yet. However, we do get more information from the Cybertruck's Monroney sticker, which shows that the US-Canadian parts contain 65%, and parts from Mexico comprise 25%. The sticker also confirms that both battery assembly and onboard charger assembly are done in Austin, Texas. This is more than enough to make the Cybertruck one of the most American-made pickup trucks in the world. Or in America. Or North America. Hold on, how are we counting this again? New Tesla vehicles are starting to get overlooked from driving schools in Norway, where Tesla is becoming the most popular car brand. Now the problem is Tesla's new turn signals. Tesla first introduced touch buttons for turn signals in the Model S and X, but more recently it's made its way to the more popular Model 3. Tesla's reasoning for going away with this method, universally used by all vehicles, is that they want to remove the physical part, the stalk, and Tesla also believes that actuating the turn signal will soon be unnecessary with the advent of self-driving. Now, the Harstad traffic school started raising concerns with other traffic schools, and others quickly followed suit in not using them in their programs. Lars Ing Hasli, a senior advisor in the Norwegian Public Roads Administration, said that he would look into the issue personally. A fair amount of news from the desk of General Motors. GM has released their fourth quarter sales numbers showing Ultium EVs are still ramping steadily, but overall EV sales are down as the best-selling model, the Bolt, is ending production. It's not quite done yet, but it will. Now, in the fourth quarter, GM sold a total of 19,469 electric vehicles, which is a small decrease from the last quarter's total. After quite a bit of difficulty getting the Ultium platform off the ground, GM's new platform is finally seeing significant ramps in production. Both the Lyriq and Hummer EV sales grew, and Blazer and Silverado EVs finally saw deliveries, though still in small numbers. The Hummer had an impressive quarter with 2,028 units, which is quite good considering how ridiculously excessive it really is. The Silverado EV showed 443 units delivered and 463 for the Blazer EV. Now, the real mass market model, the Equinox EV, is not out yet, but there is an interesting window of opportunity for the soon-to-be-shelved Chevrolet Bolt EV. For the next weeks or months, this little guy is a better deal now than ever, as the U.S. EV tax credit is now easier to get for low-income buyers and available up front. This makes it possible to get the Bolt for under $20,000 off the lot. Now, this isn't the only way that General Motors is stoking the EV fire. GM is offering a $7,500 incentive for EVs that lost eligibility for the EV tax credit. GM told dealers that it would give the same EV credit incentive, quote, for any vehicles that become ineligible to the new guidelines. Now, those incentives may be what it takes, since the Blazer EV is among a admittedly small group of cars with a fairly serious recall. 265 units of the 2024 Chevrolet Equinox, the 2024 Blazer, and the 2024 Blazer EV, and also the 2024 GMC Terrain, these had a recall due to a defective door striker that was installed incorrectly. No accidents have been reported, but this could lead to doors opening during a crash or even flying opening during regular use. Okay, we're going to try something new. It's the Arrogant American News Report. Here we go. A country called France reports that in 2023, 26% of new cars sold in the fromage-drunk country were battery electric and plug-in hybrids, this being a huge 47% jump from 2022. The study comes from an industry group called Plateforme Automobile, whatever that means. The streets of Paris will be celebrating with croissants since diesel sales are also rapidly declining. Only 1 in 10 new cars sold in 2023 were running on diesel. This year, EV growth in the land of white flags might be a little slower, however. France is rolling back electric car incentives faster than they evacuated Paris. France has been tightening their rules for incentives, as last year about a third of them were going to the purchase of Chinese EVs. Now, considering that France is known for cigarette smoke, it's rather rich that the incentives now take into account the car's production and life cycle. This freezes out foreign-made cars with heavy CO2 emissions in the manufacturing process. Now, looking at the 2024 budget, the French government aims to spend 200 million baguettes less than they did in 2023's EV push. Now, it's too bad the French don't speak English, and likewise, they don't understand the technical electric car lingo, words like garage, electric energy resistance, limousine chassis, so on. But without proper American vocabulary, they probably find it hard to rendezvous at the cul-de-sac without sabotaging their chauffeur. If only they had the same regard for optimism, but like Shakespeare said, c'est la vie. In today's community comment, I think I'll just take a moment myself and ask what you guys thought of my little comedy segment there. Of course, it's all just a gag, a play on the American arrogance that doesn't know anything about a country outside of what they find at a souvenir stand. That's another French word. Anyways, I just hope you chuckled a little bit. If it goes well, maybe I'll do some more. But I did use a good amount of material just now. But thanks for watching Quick Charge. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.